I'm Carol Bushmaker.
Today we're going to be teaching you how to make edible Play-Doh as seen on John and Kate USA.
Why edible Play-Doh? Play-Doh itself allows children to develop their fine motor skills at young age. They're using their hands to form and mold and just using their fingers and increasing their dexterity. Playing with Play-Doh allows children to be creative, to make pizzas, castles, anything, whatever their hearts desire. Also, by using edible Play-Doh, it's a variation on the classic. It increases child play activity, and it can also be a snack time, saving accommodations for parents who are looking to have a little bit more fun throughout the day.
Alright, so there's some very important things to remember when you're making edible Play-Doh. First, you want to remind children that while this Play-Doh tastes good, that not all Play-Doh is going to taste as good as this, so it shouldn't be a common practice to eat the Play-Doh while you're playing with it, unless it's this specific kind of Play-Doh. And also, you always want to ask before making this recipe because it actually contains peanut butter and honey. So if you're making it for children that you don't know their allergies, you definitely don't want to make this before you know whether or not they're going to be allergic to the ingredients. So now we're going to demonstrate. Carol's going to show you how to make the Play-Doh. And it's a really simple recipe with ingredients that you might already have in your kitchen. So the ingredients are peanut butter, non-fat, dry milk. You can use the kind with fat in it, but we prefer non-fat. Honey, and then flour if you need to fix the texture on it. So the first thing Carol's going to do is she's going to make equal parts of all three of the ingredients. And a good amount is usually a half cup. You don't want to cook this to be playing with the Play-Doh.
Half cup. One trick when measuring out peanut butter, you can actually pack it into the cup. So you just take a big dollop, just pack it in there, trying to get actually the air bubbles out. Because you want exactly half a cup.
And you can use chunky or smooth peanut butter. We prefer smooth just so it doesn't have
Little peanut chunks in your time.
It's totally up to you.
So we've got about half a cup here, and we're just going to divvy it out into our bowl.
The next ingredient is non-fat dry milk.
And we're going to do another half cup in equal parts. We get it pouring into our dry measuring cup.
And if you're not used to buying this, it's located in the store usually next to the evaporated milk down the baking aisle.
Get to the top. On this, the measurements aren't as big because a lot of times you're just estimating on everything. And that is a cup of honey, which will take a little bit long to go in.
And so also we have the flour here, and that's not going to be a main ingredient. This is if you think that the Play-Doh is too runny and you'd like it to have a little bit more texture, you can add this as you go along. Because once you start mixing it, you'll kind of see how it's forming up. Another thing that we found is if you put it in the refrigerator overnight before you have your children play with it, it's going to set up more and be more like regular Play-Doh and not quite as sticky on your hands.
We're almost there. Go. Just dump that into it, and you can start using the spatula first when mixing it. Just let it start building up some consistency so it's not going to be all on your hands at first. So we're just going to mix it up, and it's going to start making a round ball.
And if you have older children that you're comfortable with them being in the kitchen with you, you can also have them participate in this part of the activity. Or if you have older children, you can have them make this for their younger siblings. And it's just a fun way to start teaching your kids how to measure things out and how to use the different tools in the kitchen.
Start to see it warm up here. But it's still kind of sticky, so we're going to add a little bit of flour to start building up that consistency that you're looking for, so they can roll and not worry about having it all over their fingers.
And then also, if you wanted to make a big batch and use this over a couple days, it stays good in the refrigerator for about 2 days. After that, you're probably going to want to make a new batch rather than keep on using that same batch. And while Carol's mixing this up, I'm just going to tell you about the alternate recipe for kids with peanut allergies. You can actually use, instead of the peanut butter, you can use 8 ounces of cream cheese instead. And then you're going to want to change the recipe just a little bit and make it a half cup non-fat dry milk powder, only a tablespoon of honey because cream cheese has more liquid in it, and then flour as needed, and then it's just going to be exactly the same as that.
So we've got a pretty good consistency here. Probably could use a little bit more flour, but we found the trick was actually letting it set overnight, which we have an example of, because it made a little bit better form and easier to play with. So you have a little bit better Play-Doh that you can actually form and mold into different things.
And the best part is you don't have to pick it up off the table because the kids can just eat it as they're going along. Some kids might just choose to eat it and not play with it as much, and some kids may choose to eat it. All up to you. Do you guys have any questions?